Hey, travelers, another week, but this week is before Christmas. And so Troy claims that he's on a plane to Pittsburgh, and so I brought in my wife, Beth. And we're going to talk about some Christmas beers, some beers to share when you're visiting family or
not share and keep to yourself. But
well,
yes.
you know, it really depends on what you're doing at Christmas. If things aren't going so well, I probably wouldn't share any of these with anybody really. Just take them down yourself. Otherwise, let's dive into the beers, and we'll talk about Hot Passport later. I know we've hounded you guys about that a lot, but Christmas is the time for a Hot Passport. Trust me about that. So we're going to dive into some beers that Beth has never had before, and it should be fun, right? Yeah?
I hope so.
Don't give me that look.
It better be good beer. That's all I have to say.
Well, it's Central Waters to start off with.
Well, yes. If it's Central Waters, it should be good.
Right? So these beers, obviously, not all of you are going to be able to find Central Waters. Those that are privileged can find Central Waters. But if you can't, you can get something that's similar. So this one is Peruvian Morning. It is a coffee-flavored bourbon barrel stout.
So that means you can drink it in the morning.
Well, yeah, especially if things aren't really going that well with you.
Ooh.
So it's it's been aged in bourbon barrels, and they added coffee to it. So, and you can smell it's a little more boozy on the nose.
It's a little boozy on the palate.
A little boozy on the palate too.
It's good though.
And a little bit of coffee, but a lot of nice booze to it. But it's not real strong.
Mm-mm. Well, no, actually no.
Not too bad, huh?
No.
See, it's got the approval of Beth, so that means pretty good beer.
It's almost a little caramely in the beginning.
A little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good though.
Yeah. So while we're talking about this, you can find a coffee-flavored stout out there, wherever you are. It may not be bourbon barrel aged, so you may not find a boozy one. But you can find something that's nice to drink in your area, and that's something that maybe even the person in your family that's not a real craft beer drinker will still enjoy. So, and you know, maybe you can tell them that you just have something for them to drink. Don't tell them it's a beer, and then just slip that in front of them. I've done that a few times.
Yes. I actually think sometimes too it's kind of nice to not have the barrel aged ones for people at Christmas, especially too, just because they are a little bit stronger. And especially if they haven't been drinking a lot of craft beer, it may be a little too strong for them, but this one is not overpowering, so this one would be actually okay. But some of them can get where they're very...
and in those instances, those are the ones that you know, like if you're with your in-laws and your mother-in-law's not really acting that great, you just pull one of those guys out and maybe put it in a coffee cup and convince her that you're drinking coffee. And
then you get happier.
Right? Then all of a sudden, everything that she's saying, it really doesn't matter. I wouldn't know from experience. Just saying. Anyway, so that's a nice beer to share. And granted, it's in a smaller bottle, but you can certainly share that because the bourbon barrel aged beers I like to share with people. Yeah. Anyway.
Otherwise, it'd take you a little bit. It's a sipper. It's definitely not going to be something you're going to drink. I wouldn't drink it real fast.
I would drink a whole one by myself, but
you would like to enjoy it and take your time a little bit more. It is not something that you're going to want to just move on to the next one. Savor it.
I think I poured her too much. Alex, you want to grab some sample glasses over there?
Can do. What's that on your beard, Landon?
What's that on my beard? These
it's our daughter's favorite ornament.
They're called beard ornaments.
Thanks, Alex.
And Beth got them for me off Amazon, and I'm not really going to promote Amazon because I don't think I need to.
I am because I love Amazon.
Pretty successful company without me promoting them. But if they want to throw some money our way, we're more than happy to. You know.
Yes, we could put that link on here to those beard ornaments if you would like.
Yeah, if if you have a beard and you would like ornaments, especially if you're a Prime member, you can probably get them before Christmas.
Which we are.
Which we are. And I imagine a lot of you out there are too. So if you have no shame and have no qualms about wearing ornaments in your beard,
or you want to drive your youngest daughter crazy and have her want to pull them out of you,
which
your
I'm
beard.
also a big fan of.
It's kind of fun.
So yeah, we can do that. And I don't know what colors I have on my face, but
blue and red and gold and silver.
Also
There's
comes
green.
in pink and green.
Yep.
So they're quite nice.
They're kind of fun.
Festive.
Festive.
A little festive. As is my shirt, which has solo cup elbows.
You're welcome.
Yes. I have a wife that looks out for me when it comes to novelty Christmas items. All right, this next one is also another Central Waters beer, which I went with this one because it's a cherry flavored stout. Now, this time of the year you can find a lot of fruit flavored beers. Not all of them are real great. You're also not going to find too many of them that are bourbon barrel aged, but because Central Waters is fantastic like that, and they bourbon barrel age most, not all, but most of their things, or a better portion of them, this is what we get. So, and you don't like cherry. So for you to say that something cherry is great, that's really a revelation.
That's because it tastes like real cherries and not like artificial. It's tart and it's very good.
Yeah. So it's got that boozy nose that you would get off of a Central Waters beer.
That you love.
Yes.
It's good though.
And it is tart.
It's
and
smooth
it is
though.
Nice.
It's good.
I would recommend in our Central Waters episode, if you haven't been watching our social media feeds, we went to Central Waters and we shot an episode there. The episode should be coming out in January. And I say should because things don't always necessarily work out the way that we were planning them to. But if you ever get a chance to go over to Amherst and go through the place, and if you ever get a chance to go into their barrel room, that is the most heavenly smell that I have ever smelled in my entire life. Just walking into a warehouse full of bourbon barrels and taking a big whiff, that is the best. Yeah?
It's very good.
Yes. It is a very good beer.
It's not as boozy as the other one though. It's not as boozy.
But now that we're talking about Central Waters, and I know we've done the barrel aged stuff. They also did and if you can find it, they did, and you may have to go to their place to find it. They did the breast cancer awareness beer, the raspberry
Delicious.
kettle sour.
So good.
That would be another great beer to share. Not boozy, really low ABV. Those are probably beers that are more meant for, the maybe the ladies and I don't want to be sexist, but maybe the people that aren't real into beer.
It didn't really taste
like a beer.
Like yeah.
Yeah.
On the front side, it was very good.
It's a very good beer,
and it's pink. It's cool.
So get one of those. We are not going to open up this last bottle, mostly because we've got enough bourbon. You got something to say, Alex?
Such a tease, Landon. You got it sitting right there.
I know. Well,
are you going to open it for New Year's or something?
That kind of plays into it. I'm going to save it for New Year's or Christmas. I've got enough barrel-aged bombers over there that I think when New Year's comes around and everybody's here, that I think.
Well, we're definitely going to open the peanut butter. That's
the other thing that we can talk about. So we'll talk about KBS a little bit. So Founders did Kentucky Bourbon Barrel Stout. Well, it's the highly acclaimed. So these bottles do not come cheap. However, you can still find them in your grocer or your craft beer store, as it were. They say they brew it with chocolate and coffee. I don't really ever taste the coffee real heavy on it. But the chocolate is there like it would be in a stout. So KBS, you can find that. A beer that you will not find is is something that Alex and Vicky got for us at Dangerous Man. If you were fortunate enough to be over there in the cold and waiting outside,
Where'd you put it?
it's right. She found it.
Oh, it's hidden. We hide the really good ones because we don't
Dangerous
want
Man
to see
finally redid the Imperial Peanut Butter Porter.
my favorite beer ever.
So if you've been watching this show for a while, you know that we opened the last bottle when Beth was done with her treatments.
Woohoo!
And now they finally came out with it again. It is aged in tawny port barrels, but it's also mixed with rye whiskey barrels. So it's a blend of rye whiskey and tawny port. So it's different than it was last time, but I can only imagine that it's
just as delicious.
just as delicious. So we're going to do an episode over New Year's, and you'll probably see that being opened.
Because there'll be a lot of us here.
There is going to be a lot of us here, and we're also going to do it before we start tearing into too many bottles.
So we're not going to do a live feed off of that?
Yeah, we don't do live very well. Sorry. Live costs money, and we don't have a lot of money. But we have enough money.
If you want to sponsor us, that would be great. So we could do more of these live because it's a lot more fun that way.
Fun and dangerous all at the same time.
That's what makes it fun.
Yes. So those are some of the beers, and really any beer can be shared. And buy a bomber, share it with friends, share it with family, because really Christmas is about being with friends and family and just, being together and sharing a love.
Just remember, only share it with people that appreciate good beer.
Yeah, you don't want to pour any of that down the drain unless it's a bad beer. If it's like Mick Golden or Miller Lite or something nasty like that, you can cook with it or pour it down the drain.
We do have
It's
some
not really
cooking
wasted.
beers upstairs.
We do have a few cooking beers. Yes, we do.
Yeah.
I want to touch a little bit on Hot Passport for those of you that haven't been hounded enough by this. That is it right there. The 2019s, you can start ordering 2019 Hot Passports right now. And and that's the Minnesota one from last year. If you are interested, there are many states that you can get a Hot Passport for. So Arizona, California, Colorado, Florida, Georgia, Iowa, Minnesota, Tennessee, Michigan, Missouri, New York, Oregon, Washington, and Wisconsin. So for those of you that watch us that are lucky enough to be in the Midwest, yes, I got a few stamps in there even.
Yes.
Minnesota and Wisconsin, they have a ton of breweries in those passports. And the greatest thing is they're 2 for 1. And I think I saw the Wisconsin one, I think is $25, and I think the Minnesota one's $30. I could be wrong on that. You have to check the website. The link is in the description below. The great thing is, because you're watching this, we have a promo code. So if you use promo code Taproom Travelers when you're checking out, you get $5 off. And that's the best thing ever.
Stocking stuffer.
For the beer lover in your life. Or if you just want to give it to, like, your wife and say, maybe now that I got you one, we got to go to all these breweries now to get our money back.
That's such a great idea.
Huh? I'm just saying, you could play it that way. I would try it.
You're so thoughtful.
Right? If you want your wife to come with you to breweries, that's the best way to do it.
Look what I bought you. That's so sweet.
Look what I bought. I bought one for myself, too.
Something to do together.
Or if you're around here, you buy one for yourself for Minnesota, you buy your wife one for Wisconsin, and then you have to go in between states. That's the best ever.
You do think about me.
I do.
It's nice.
Yep. It's the thought that counts.
It's the thought.
So look into that and share with a friend. Tell your friends about it. And they can use the promo code too. If you don't get it before Christmas, the promo, as far as I'm aware, the promo code's still going to work. So,
and what is the promo code?
Taproom Travelers. That promo code will also be in the description below with the website. And it's a good thing to use. I mean, I think I got maybe 6 stamps in there or something like that, and it already paid for itself. So
So when you do the passport,
Yeah,
do you get free things? Like, how does that all work?
you get 2-for-1s.
Okay.
And everybody knows, those of you that are drinkers, and I'm assuming if you're watching this, you're probably a drinker. Unless well, maybe outside of the Midwest, there's no such thing as 2-for-1s, but you go in and it doesn't work that way in all. The essence of it is you're going to get 2 drinks for the price of 1. However, the states there's some different laws in different states that they have to do it a little differently, but essentially, that's what you're getting.
Cool.
You're getting 2 pints of beer for the price of 1. So he's giving us time.
Oh.
He's our producer. Alex is the greatest producer ever.
I don't do this all the time.
Yeah,
so
I know. Well, you're learning.
I don't know the hand signals. I know a few hand signals, but not that one.
He never gives us that other hand signal. Thank God. Anyway, so yeah, look into that. And then you'll be seeing more from us, like I said, on New Year's. Next week, we probably won't have one because of Christmas and everybody's out of town. And we hope that you enjoy a very Merry Christmas with friends and family or anybody you're around. If you have to work, I feel sorry for you. And hopefully you still have some sort of Christmas celebration. So check us out on YouTube, and you're already doing that, but make sure that you hit that little bell and share us with a friend, and subscribe if you haven't already done that. And check us out on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and all that good stuff, and you can share all those with a friend too, because that would be fantastic. And until New Year's, we'll be here for New Year's. I think we're going to have a whole booth full.
Yeah, I was going to say, are we going to do just mainly bombers on New Year's?
I don't know. We'll see. It'll be a surprise. You'll have to tune in. We'll probably post it right after we do it because that's when we're going to be the most sober. So.
There'll be a lot of lovely ladies here.
A lot of lovely ladies.
For New
Maybe
Year's.
you won't even have to look at my ugly face. Until then, Prost and Merry Christmas to all of you.
Cheers.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching. If you like what you saw, you can click down below where there's some more episodes for you to watch. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on episodes that you do watch. We hope to see you next time.